I'm gonna unbox this real quick, show you guys what we're working with, and then we're gonna actually install this piece on my Integra because I don't have a quick release on my Integra yet. Now I'm gonna explain why I'm doing this to the Integra and why I'm not keeping the current setup on the Integra, but I'm gonna show you this real quick. That way you can see the details of this product. This thing is freaking nice, dude. Look at this. So WorksBell has been around the industry for a very long time. Way back when I started, WorksBell was, just getting into the US market, and it was insanely expensive. And I think they actually have gotten more affordable, but not by much. I think when I bought my quick release from Super Autobacks back in the day, and that's how far back I go, and we had Super Autobacks here in Orange County. It was about 400 bucks. It was a Team Orange edition. This is obviously blue, but if you don't know how quick releases work, you press this right here and you press it up and it detaches from your steering wheel, or not from your steering wheel, from your column, all right? This side right here goes to your steering column, and this side right here goes to your steering wheel. And I'm gonna show you all that when we install it on the Integra, but I just want to show you guys the details in this thing. Look at this, dude. Now, I know some of you guys will be like, wait a minute, you said 300 something dollars? You can get that on Amazon or eBay for like 80 bucks. Well, it's because most of those are replicas of this product right here. This product's been replicated so many times from different vendors, from Taiwan to China to India to, like, I don't know, all over part of town, all the way up to Mars. And I still go back to the original one, this one right here. They might look the same, but the internals, the way it's put together, the way it's machined, the fit and finish, the way it clicks and all that stuff is totally different from the replicas that you see online, all right? Look at this, look at that. Just positive, nice and clean, doesn't make any extra noises and stuff like that. This is the lock, and this is also a GREDDY WorksBell collab. I'm trying to get through this unboxing as quickly as I can so we can get to installing this. I think I'm gonna be talking here longer than the actual install, but here's the lock, and it is labeled GREDDY WorksBell right here. Look at that. Ooh, man, so flashy. Get your key, all right? You unlock this guy, all right? Like so. And then you just twist it counterclockwise like it says right there, open and lock. So we're gonna open like so. And what that does, I'm gonna put it back, is there's a ball bearing back here. You see this ball bearing? And when you rotate this, it actually swings it out of the way so you can press it in, all right? Now, if you swing it the other way, it presses it out. There's a dot for pretty much showing you which way 12 o'clock is, right there. See that? So you take that, you match it up with a dot that's on here, which is up there, right here, okay? Pop it in like so, and you have this open. You see that? When it's open, it just slides right in. If it's closed, if you're not following directions, it's not gonna go on, all right? So you open it, drops right in, and you see how close that is to the hardware? So no one can get in there and unscrew this to take the whole assembly off. They're gonna need to break this thing to, pretty much take your car. That's pretty much it. We're gonna go install this on the car right now, and I'll show you how simple this works. So a few months back, I installed the steering wheel on my car. This is a Momo Monte Carlo 320 mil, and it's just attached using a WorksBell hub right there and an ASR spacer. So this spacer is actually, I think, the same thickness as the quick release, so I should be golden. Yeah, just about the same, as you can see right there. Now I have that spacer on there because I don't like to reach for my steering wheel, and I don't want to sit like super close to the dash, so I have that spacer. And they do come in different sizes, just FYI. So the install process on this is super easy if you already have an aftermarket steering wheel. So you take out the 6 bolts right here, take out the 6 bolts holding the spacer on the back, and then we're just gonna install this with the 6 bolts, and then that's pretty much it. We're gonna need an Allen wrench. I'm gonna use this T-handle. This is a 3mm size because they also provide you with new hardware, and just in case, I have my impact right here, which I probably won't really need with a 3mm socket. All right, so then we're gonna pop these 6 bolts right here, and hopefully it doesn't give us trouble, okay? Come on, baby. There you go. Now, you don't need to put thread lock on this. The biggest mistake I made when I was a rookie builder back in the day was I added thread lock on this, and I added red. Can you believe that? So don't put thread lock on this. It's not necessary. It should just get on there. It should just tighten on there with, just hand tight. It won't come loose unless you put it on there really softly. And as you can hear, it's pretty snug on there. All right. With this guy removed, I'm just gonna put the bolts down here. It's gonna expose the other 6 down here. All right. We're just gonna take this off. Now I'm kind of basing this on you already having a quick release or some sort of aftermarket steering wheel. Now, if you need to take yours apart, you're gonna need to watch another video specific to your car. This is kind of a universal process if you already have your steering wheel kind of swapped out. So if you don't have a MIATA, it doesn't matter. If you don't have an Integra like this, it doesn't matter. The bolts right here that I'm using came with a set, so it comes in a packet right here. So you don't have to worry about it. And if you ruin these, you can also go to Home Depot and buy some more. These are just M5.8 bolts, and I think they're about 20 millimeters or so in length. So not rare to find, but I just try to avoid jacking up my hardware. I do have like a crazy amount of bolts in the garage, all in like little containers, so I'm not too worried, but gotta save money where you can so you can buy more cool parts. So last bolt coming off right here. And if you're curious what hub this is, I think I mentioned it earlier, this is a Works Bell hub. All right, and this wire right here is for your horn. I'm not putting in my horn because I just want to simplify my wiring. So I'm gonna take that off, leave that off, and then I'm gonna pop off the horn button on here, okay? Because I'm gonna put this inside the steering wheel once everything's done. Take these guys apart, okay? After we pop off the steering wheel, this is what you see. This is a Works Bell hub, like I said. If you have like a Momo or whatever, same thing, but I prefer the Works Bell stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this guy right here, our Works Bell quick release, and if you look closely, there's a dot up here, all right? And that's facing 12 o'clock. Same thing with this right here, there's a 12 o'clock mark, and same with the back piece right here, there's a 12 o'clock mark. So you just match that, you pop it in like that. We're just gonna separate these two for now, that way I can reach the bolt holes in the back. So we're gonna separate these two. This goes to the steering wheel side, this goes to the column. We're just gonna press this lock right here, slide it up, pull it away, and then we're just gonna need this for now so we can install this onto the hub itself. If you have new bolts, use the new bolts. If you wanna use your old bolts, that's fine too. And if you wanna connect your horn electricals right now, you can. I don't wanna put my horn on because I deleted all that stuff. So we're just gonna leave it as is like that. And then we're gonna feed the bolts in by hand. Okay, and these are the new bolts. These are stainless steel. Like I said, if you lose some of these, you could use an M5.8 bolt, and you should be able to get that at Home Depot, local hardware stores, or at the worst, you could go to Amazon and buy it there. I actually used to buy all my hardware from Amazon until I found a local vendor. All right, now I'm not gonna gun this on hard, just gonna have it at the lowest setting. Okay, just so it's faster. Okay. And then there's a little slop here, that's for a reason. So you want to make sure that you center this as much as you can before you tighten it fully. All right, so as you can see, this moves a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out the cover, okay, this little hub cover, and I'm just gonna look at it straight dead on, make sure that it's completely centered, and once I'm happy with it, I'm just gonna gun 2, okay, and then double check how it looks, and then we're gonna gun the rest. So that looks all right, okay, so I'm gonna gun these 2, and you always want to do a crisscross pattern like you're tightening up lug nuts. All right, you see that? Okay. So here's the hub, it's just on there snug. And what I was saying is just you look at the corners right here, make sure that it's completely centered. And then when you're ready, then you can snug it down. As you can see right there, I think it's pretty good. There might be some slop on this side, but for the most part, it's pretty dang good. I could slap my caliper on here to double check, but I'm pretty happy with this. Now we're gonna tighten all these bolts. It doesn't need much, like I said. I've never had these things come off ever, and I daily this car. All right, so there you go. Once you're happy with the torque specs and the alignment and everything's tightened, you take your quick release, this side right here, you find the dot up here, this is a 12 o'clock position, and then same with this side right here, and you just pop it in and give it a slight push. Boom, nice and engaged. You don't need to do the flippy, spinny things, dingy things that the guys do on TikTok and Instagram and stuff. That's just for show, and it's gonna wear out your bearings and stuff like that. Then you take your steering wheel, you find a 12 o'clock position, and then you tighten all the bolts. Before we install the steering wheel, we're gonna pop off this ring, and this ring basically houses your horn button, okay? So take your horn button, whatever horn button you want, pop it in here, and this opening right here, I usually just try to match it up with the horn symbol right there, okay? See that? Super easy, okay? Now you take this, and you drop it in here. Next, we're gonna install the steering wheel. You're just gonna leave it right there. All right, and we're gonna reuse the same bolts that we took off earlier. If you didn't ruin them, good. If you did, just go on Amazon, like I said, or go to a hardware store if you lost one, like I just did like 3 seconds ago. Now, after you have all the bolts on, give it a tap, shake it, okay, make sure everything's centered, and then now we're gonna start torquing it slowly. We're doing this in steps. I'm not just torquing it all the way down. Okay, so it's got space to flex. Okay, there you go. Crisscross pattern or Star David pattern, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so that's good. Now we're going to torque it. After you have everything installed and tightened, shake it, make sure everything's good. Check the back, see if anything's loose or funky. The hub cover is still off because I need to pop that back on, but it looks pretty good. Let me see if I could take this off with one hand, because it's kind of tricky to do this with one hand, especially with the amount of force it takes. Ha! There you go. Got it. So put that aside. We get our hub cover, and we're just gonna line this up real quick. Okay. I like to be very symmetrical with everything, so as you can see, there's a line on the hub cover that's lined up with a dot right there, and yeah, it looks good. Okay, now this would be a good time to test the hub lock. So the hub lock's down here. All right, this thing is in the open position. We're just gonna slide it down like so. All right, and we're gonna lock it. Okay, press that in, take out the key. Boom. Solid. Now, depending on the orientation, this could be straight or it could be wonky, whatever. It's up to you. I'm just showing you how it is right now, and look how tight that fit is. See that? There's no way you can get a tool in there to pop this off. So super secure. Now we're gonna see if we could pop this out. Okay. And there you go. Super easy, huh? Look at that. It just really depends on how you want this situated. Okay, open, close. See that? It could be like this. It could be straight. Okay. And that's pretty much it. Super quick, super easy, more security for your car, especially for a car like my Honda right here. This is my Acura Integra, it's Honda, or your Miata or whatever. Extra added precaution to avoid theft. So again, real quick, pop open, quick release, pop on. Once you're done driving, take it off, take your lock, done.